It's going.
Okay.
All right. So people who are watching this, we just had this like amazing conversation that we probably should have recorded, but we didn't. So whatevs. Okay. So where should we start? Should we start at the end or the beginning?
I'll leave it up to you.
Let's start at the end. I want to brag.
Yeah.
Okay. So today, Lauren signed up for voice lessons. She is a beautiful musician. She does amazing work. I love her voice. She sings like a freaking genius. And actually, I didn't tell this to Lauren before this, so this is going to be a surprise, but I'm going to have her post her music in the group so you guys can see what I'm talking about.
Oh my God.
Yep, see, we're doing what we already talked about, huh?
Yeah.
But it's not such a big deal because it's just a group of like 12 people at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
Yeah. And then you can build yourself up from there. There's nothing wrong with, well, you know this, one little step.
Yeah.
It doesn't have
One little step.
It doesn't have to be crazy at first, you know. So anyway, she is getting a new piano because her old piano is a piece of trash. No offense. And so that's exciting, and it just needs one little fix. And so I'm really proud of her because of how far she's come, and we'll get into that. She is also rocking her habits that we talked about. So if you are already my client, you know that we have our original first coaching call, which actually we'll get into this. Lauren and I haven't even had that yet because we've been friends for over a year now.
Yeah, like year two. No, 2.
2 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I made friends with you right when I moved into this house. Wow.
Yeah.
It's been so long. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I love you.
I love you too. So basically, so this is gonna be Lauren's second month of coaching with me, right? And oops, drop my pen. And so we already have like this background in history. So anyway, so you guys know we have the coaching call, and then we identify that one important habit that we really want to lock in that makes a huge, huge difference. So Lauren's first habit that I have her doing already right now is music. Recording herself doing one little music recording. She's been doing covers of really cool songs. She sounds amazing. And she's been rocking it. And I want to just say to my clients, Lauren's missed a couple days, and that's not a big deal because you miss one day, don't miss 2 days. Miss 2 days, don't miss 3 days. And it comes back down to what a lot of you guys have been experiencing, which is you kind of stop doing your self-care, which brings your energy down, and then you miss a day and then you feel kind of crappy about it. So it's like a loop. So I just want to say if Lauren can get back on, so can you. And same thing with me. Sometimes I miss a day and it's not a big deal because we're in it for the long haul. It's not, what is it? How do you say it? It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. So and we're practicing, we're training for life. So you have to get back on if you want this to work, you know? So we kind of like talked about the end result here, and we'll get back down to it, but let's go back up to the top. Where you were when I met you, you had already put down music. You had put that down and put it on the back burner because it wasn't important to you at the time, even though it was something that you really loved.
Yeah, I mean, and I think it was important to me. It just, it was something that I kind of just kept to myself because I was like, okay, this is a me thing. This is, my soul feedback. I didn't like prioritize it all the time, I guess, because I was, trying to focus on things that brought in money, because even then, like at the time, this is probably an important part to look at too. Back when we met, like 2 years ago, and I was trying to do daily email solutions and I was writing emails to people, and like it was like, okay, I got some business here and there. I was living out of my freaking car.
That's
I
right.
was like, I was living out of my freaking car, and like I was working in a co-working space, and like I was all about like trying to make my business happen and like this and that. But it's really, I don't know, it was still like one of those things that it was kind of hard to just like wake up every day, because it's not something that I really enjoy doing. Like it's like, okay, yeah, I'm good at it, and I like helping other people. And like when I think about it, I'm like, I think the helping other people and like seeing the results like for them and seeing them like so excited is like the part that really gets me fired up. But
Yeah, and your love language is service.
yeah, it just wasn't, like the best of all fits, like looking back really. So
Yeah, and I could see that, but it didn't occur to me, oops, my pen, to coach you through that at the time, because I
hmm
was developing my coaching skills too. And also, we didn't start off as I was your coach. We were just friends.
yeah, we were just like friends, and we'd
We were
talk and
kind of
like
like
hang
going
out,
back
and
and forth and giving each other advice.
yeah,
And I think we overwhelmed each other with the amount of information we shared.
yeah,
And
totally.
yeah, and as you guys know, now I'm all about that one habit. And that has turned me in from someone who is overwhelmed with checklists and going up and down with the manic depressive bipolar to even, stable, very productive. So like it may seem more productive to have a billion million things on your plate, checklists up the wazoo, but you are not going to be able to focus. You're going to lose track of yourself, and you're going to lose track of the most important things every day to do. The things that if you did nothing else in your day, you do those things, and the day is considered a success. So, yeah, we were pitching a lot of ideas about business, but your energy around the business that you had, daily email solutions, well, technically still have, because I haven't seen you take your branding down, but we'll get to that
I
because
mean,
it's
yeah, well, I mean that page is technically down. Like I think I actually retransformed it, because like I went through a few evolutions, because it was like, okay, email, and then like I started helping people with more like general copy and like so sales pages and whatever, and then like we got into like webinars and DSLs with like some people, and I was like, okay. And then it was like the wise wordsmith for a little bit, like whenever it was like focused on that, and I'm like, I don't even necessarily know that I want like my face or like my name in it. Like, and so now I came up with Encore Conversions, which is an ironic
you
name.
come up with that.
Like, so it transformed lately, and I haven't even relaunched the page yet. Like to, I don't know why I haven't relaunched the page yet, but I think because I'm not really focusing on as much like email and like copywriting for
And I'm
people, but
happy.
I changed it to Encore Conversions, which I was thinking about music
Good.
because Encore.
Yeah. And
So
we'll also talk about forget DIY, get better help.
yeah.
If we don't talk about it in this, I'll talk about it in another video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm writing that down. um, so yeah. So you were not excited about email, and we realized recently on a call, which wasn't technically a coaching session, but then turned into one.
Does that
I had,
happen?
I had this like big moment where, like, aha moment where I'm like, why are you even doing email? You're not excited
Yeah.
about it. You're not passionate about it. It's just something you're good at and you spend a lot of time in. But just because that's a thing, just because you have a habit around something, doesn't mean you need to continue. Once you have gotten to like have that realization of what's most important to you, prioritize that and cut everything else out. Nothing is more important than that, except your self-care. as we talked about. Your eat,
Yeah.
move, sleep. AM Warrior is a great place to start if you don't have a morning routine. So I'm sure you guys are sick of me talking about AM Warrior, but do it. So
Do it.
what's your like experience with that, by the way, with like me kind of like drilling in the self-care thing with you and the You Feel Like Shit self-care guide and AM Warrior.
Yeah, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't started AM Warrior yet, but I do the You Feel Like Shit self-care guide like all the freaking time because I'm still like working kind of through that and like trying to like get myself to a place where it's like, okay, I can function as a human being
Yes.
and like, do the stuff that like I need to do, you know. Because it's like a lot of the time it's like no fucks given about basically anything. Even music is really hard. So it's kind of like a lot of the time, like I'll work on You Feel Like Shit and
Yeah, and
try and get my motivation up to do my music stuff.
so that's what we
So
call fundies. So we have our priorities. Like for you, it's music.
mhm.
For me, it's like uh for me it's Optimize Angel. But before that, we want to put on our fundies, and that's as important as putting on our undies. And it should be one of the first things that we do, just as much as we put on our undies. So fundies are fundamentals. So you guys might have noticed that I've been posting these on my. Let's see if you can see it.
No.
It. Get in there.
There you go. Okay. There
Yeah,
you go.
these are my fundies, and in my educational program that I'm in right now called Optimize Coach, it's required. We have to do that every day, and we put it in our forum with the hashtag Carpe Diem. I have to have 200 consecutive ones to graduate. And it's been the most amazing experience, like more than any of the modules that I've taken, more than anything else. My fundies. And with you guys, we have figured out some of your fundies. And we put it in Nudge, and we talk about it on Voxer, and we do, and then I give you AM Warrior and Create Today and You Feel Like Shit self-care guide, and all that's all on a screen. And I feel like that's a good place to start, but eventually we're going to move you guys, eventually when it's ingrained, we're going to move you guys to doing papers, because it's actually better for your creativity and your learning to write things down. So that's just something to keep in mind. If you want to start that, what was that?
Hashtag bullet journaling.
Yeah, that's kind of like bullet journaling, and we'll talk about that. Trust me, everything that we're talking about right now we'll go deeper into, because I think these calls that are communal are going to be really helpful. Okay, so let's get back to you. We were talking about why are you doing email, and when I told you, especially like I think you played a song for me. I think it was.
Oh yeah, it was the piano solo part from "Warmness on the Soul" by Avenged Sevenfold. Yeah, that one. It was "Warmness on the Soul" by Avenged Sevenfold, like the piano like solo part in the middle.
Which was actually, it was like mind-blowing to me, because that's one of my favorite songs in the world, and for some reason she has this knack of just randomly singing my favorite songs, and I'm like, wow, how did you know? But you didn't know, you just did.
No, yeah, just did. But then again, like you and I kind of have like that, like we just get each other, and so yeah, like a lot of like my favorite stuff end up being your favorite stuff anyway. So
yeah, it's awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
So after I heard that, I was like, why is this not the thing that you are doing? Why are you doing other things? Do this thing.
Do this thing. Yeah.
This is your thing.
And,
stop doing other things.
Yeah, for sure. But I think I mean, kind of like I think I mentioned before, I don't know if it was like on the recorded part or not, but it's like my biggest hurdle, I guess, like my obstacle with trying to figure out how to make it my thing is the posting. The posting and sharing the vulnerable bits of what I do and kind of who I am. Because I kind of like, growing up kind of censored based on my family's image, and everybody knows my family. And while I don't necessarily know everybody, everybody knows me because I'm not Lauren Wise. I am the daughter of Mary Wise. And so,
Kind of like impressing people, or
yeah, yeah, impressing people. And I don't even know if it's like inherently like a me trait. I think it's just something that I grew up having, like the nature, like sort of nurture argument, whatever. So it's like, okay, well, so that's like, you have to look a certain way and be a certain way to be acceptable in this community. And so like, in fact, I even remember this one time when, back when Postmodern Jukebox was actually doing auditions for, I think a thing like to be, one of their like next singers, whatever. I did a cover of like one of their things, which is a jazz version of Habits. I don't know if you've ever heard that song.
no, I don't think.
Shit, I can't remember the words right now. Damn it. Anyway, it's got a lot of bad words in it, and it's got a lot of like questionable, like druggy types of things in it. And I just happened to sing it because it's actually a really cool like cover, and it fits my voice really well. And I was excited about it, and I love that. Like, I just love singing that song. Like, I hate what it actually like says in it, honestly, but I love singing the song. And I happen to share that video, not only on YouTube, but I think I actually shared the YouTube video to Facebook and stuff. So I was like, hey, everybody, like, go over and like on the like the video and like comment on it and whatever, so I can win, so I can sing this Postmodern Jukebox. And the first comment I got was my mother, saying that is not an acceptable song for you to sing.
Yeah,
So
you know what? Like, excuse my language, but screw her.
yeah,
And I know you love her, and it's not about, like hating your mom. In fact, okay, guys, if you
yeah,
have somebody in your life who gives you bad vibes and you kind of need to remove yourself from their presence because, you know, whatever reason, I want you to, instead of getting angry inside you, because that's actually very toxic for you, for one, remove them or remove yourself from them as much as you can, uh, to protect your vibe, but then beam them love, because um, it love is so much more powerful than hate. It's so much more
yeah.
powerful than annoyance and anger. So where is it?
I mean, I've been trying to do Honoponopono like consistently,
So in
you know.
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I've been trying to do Honoponopono consistently, like, and kind of like a visualization of like, okay, think of this person, and like you have like this gold coin here, and like you like put them like on the coin or like whatever, and then like you drop it like into your head, kind of like, and then like it goes here to your heart.
Aw,
Like, so like one of those like vending machines, and like you do on a button partner, like it does help.
yeah, I like that.
So
So
yeah.
like in my life recently, I had to let go of a friend like a couple weeks ago, and I remember feeling anger towards him because, like I'm starting to gain success in what I'm doing. And I don't know what it was coming from, perhaps jealousy or whatever, but he was like, I'm going to cuss right now. He was like, you're like, you should stop going around telling people you're going to be a millionaire. He was like, you're just a basic bitch from Redding, California who ain't shit. And I was like,
Okay, what the fuck?
yeah, I know. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, I can't understand why you would be that way towards me. And I had to tell him, even though I've told you before that my house is a safe space, you are no longer welcome here. And my other friends who were friends with him as well, they noticed that toxic behavior and they have the same reaction. And then I blocked him on Facebook. But so I had anger towards him, or even just insecurity that, like, why would he say that? How come he thought that? And am I a basic bitch? Am I ain't shit? You know? But I realized, of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not. That was him coming from a shadow place, him coming from it from negativity within himself, and it has nothing to do with me. It's none of my business. So as a human being, I love all human beings. I am beaming him love. I hope that he has a great life. I hope that he grows out of this. I hope that he can find happiness in his life. Um, and meanwhile, I am grateful to myself that I had the courage to let him go and not allow his, his energy to continue affecting me. And as soon as I let him go, I noticed I had even more success in my life because no matter what, if you're having, people talking crap about you in front of you, even if you're trying to not allow it to affect you, you're going to subconsciously start taking it in. So be kind to yourself and let them go. And I know it can be difficult with your mom. We'll talk about how we're going to do that in a session.
Oh yeah. I mean, and like, no, it's one of those things, I guess. Like, I don't know, because like I love my parents so much, and like they're great, and we have good times together. It's just like I think that's just an aspect of it. Like I already told you, like the other thing, like with my brother, which is kind of like in that vein. So like, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying that's kind of like I guess why I struggle a lot, like with like censoring myself and like making sure that it's like okay, I'm putting this out there, and it's actually how I feel, and actually how I talk, and actually what I want to sing.
So yeah, so like you're starting to get through that fear musically. And as we were talking about before we started recording, um, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you can face your fears musically, and you can become more than face your fears, just be authentic without giving a crap about what someone might think. Just care about what you think. Care about your trust in yourself and your respect for yourself. Just
Yeah.
that. And if you have to care about what someone thinks, care about what I think, because I have your best interest in mind, and your passion is my passion for you. So if you have, and everyone here, if you cannot necessarily do it for respect and trust and love for yourself, do it by proxy and impress me. Because I'm your coach and I'm here to help you succeed. I have no ill will towards you whatsoever. I'm not jealous. I'm not competing. I'm not coming from a place of a down place over here. And we can build build your build you up through me if we need to. So that way eventually it's for yourself. That's easier,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
That kind of eases you into it. You don't have to just like plunge head first like into a cold river.
Yeah.
We can
It's a
always
lot easier.
we can always soften the beginning. It does not have to necessarily be super hard. So where's my notes? Oh yeah, I have other notes on top of that note. Let's see. Yeah. Um, where is what I was talking about? So in the book, the tools, and I don't remember the name of the author. I will figure it out and let you know later. But so we have the second tool, which is super important, is active love and beaming love. And so remember, we were talking about beaming love towards other people. And I know that it's easy for a lot of you because you guys put other people first ahead of yourself. If you can find yourself beaming love towards somebody else, that's another by proxy thing. So you can, like for example, here's a thing. So I have my water bottle, And I'm going to think about how much I love my daughter, and I'm going to just beam that love into this water. I'm just be like, I love my daughter so much. She's amazing and beautiful and kind and sweet and just a really amazing person. I love her so much. So now this water is kind of like a symbol of my love for my daughter, and I'm going to drink it and give it to myself. Some good love right there. So like energetically, you know that you just metaphorically drank your own love. See, there we go.
There we go.
That reminds me, I need to
Cool.
call with my mom on here because we just had a conversation like that. So okay, so the next thing is, if you are able to remove your blocks or just slowly just kind of pick away the fluff, you know, and get down to your authentic self with music, you can also do that in your family and vice versa. So as you are becoming your authentic self in front of your family and kind of uninviting them from your energy, if they're naysayers and they're not supportive of you, you're slowly going to be able to do that with your music too. So uninvite the negative thoughts and feelings around that. So you're just excited. You're not scared. You're just focused on the process. We're just, okay, so I'm going to do my self-care and then I'm going to do some music, and it's not a big deal. You're not scared about it. You're just like, this is just what I do every day.
Mm-hmm.
This is just me. This is what I do. That's how I am with my coaching. Like, yeah, I'm getting more success, but that doesn't scare me. I'm just doing the process. I'm just A, B, C, D. And
Yeah.
we think about what the results are that we want to achieve. We begin with the end in mind. Then we figure out what obstacles might get in the way, and then with that in mind, we create this foolproof short list of our fundies. And so we know that all we have to do now is just execute. And then you are where you want to be. So anything, where did I write it? I love that I have my notes right here. Hold on. Okay, well, I can't find it, but I'll try and remember. So anything that gets in the way of the mindset that helps you go through the process is the enemy, because it's nonsense. It's just your brain trying to trick you into not doing it, right?
Yeah, totally.
So now where
Now.
are you? What are you excited about? Let's talk about the CEO thing and the music. The high level, business thing and the music, the stuff you're excited about. And just compare that to where you were versus where you are, and like how you feel about that. I want to hear your thoughts.
Okay, I'm gonna go kind of where I was first, because then it'll show you like how excited like where I am like now mentally. Because yeah, like we were kind of talking about like email. Okay, I have a love-hate relationship with it almost, because it's like I really love like the creativity aspects of writing, and I love to write, and it's just something that I like to do, but I don't necessarily think I always like writing the emails. Like I do like when it's for me, because like hell, I wrote an email about a burrito.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's out of the ball, like just sort of stuff that like I can make work because it's like it's my stuff. But like when you're writing for other people, you can't always be like that out of the box. And so like I like writing that kind of stuff. I like writing like short stories. I like I grew up writing fan fiction. Like that's my creative nonfiction. Even creative nonfiction like is just so fun for me. But Anyway, kind of just started learning. That's not really my kind of writing. It's like,
and you
okay,
know what?
yeah,
There's nothing stopping you from taking that creative energy and just putting it into your music. If you feel like
yeah,
I don't want to just sing and piano, you could dress up like we were talking about, and you could make the background cool. You could,
yeah,
there's all kinds of ways you can apply that creativity. If you want to do the writing with the that, you could always put it in the description of YouTube and just be creative.
yeah,
Market
totally.
yourself with if you post it on Facebook or whatever with a cool piece of writing. You don't have to stick
Yeah,
with email, even though you're good at it. You can always reroute that creativity into your one thing.
yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I definitely think back then I was more focused in and I still like, of course, want to hit 6 and 7 figures. Like that'd be awesome. But I think my reasoning behind that, this was not, it was just like, oh, I just want to get money. So XYZ. And I'm like, now I kind of hit this point where I'm like, it'll come. I'm not quite sure how it'll come. And I'm going to just spend time doing the things that I actually like to do. And that energy will attract what needs to be.
Yes.
So, so music, travel, I'm spending a lot more time working on my languages. Like language is another thing that I really love. Like I work on my French. And it's really nice to practice my French, and I'm also working on Italian too. So that's like something new.
I just we were talking about going to Paris when we first met.
Yeah. In fact, well, okay, ironically, I saw a big price drop in the round trip tickets for August. Back like a few days ago. I can't find it anymore, which kind of sucks, but it is still actually really low. It's only like $700
Well,
right now.
if that's a thing
But
that is able to happen, we're gonna fricking go, Lauren.
yeah, we are going to make it happen. No, so like remind me, I'll tell you about that later. The price hacking for flights and whatnot, which is really fun. But yeah, just being able to travel, work on languages, maybe even do some travel blogging, like that would be fun. Making that sort of happen.
Fun.
Yeah,
See, look at
and
you.
just
You're
like
smiling. You have all this energy, and
yeah,
that tells me
and
that is aligned for you.
yeah, it really is because like here's the big thing I think about the email, because it's like, okay, I'm doing this all the time, like for other people, like, and I'm the fulfillment part of the process when I'm doing that. And it's like, I'm not working on my business at that point. I'm working in it, because not only am I doing the fulfillment, the writing, and like the getting people's emails, I also have to keep up with the bookkeeping, and I have to keep up with
And I'm
the
tell you
sales
now, that's
and
not CEO stuff
that's
at all.
not CEO stuff. And so I'm like, and I just got burnt out with it, And so I kind of finally, and that's when I finally said, okay, fuck this. And then I went to go work. I don't know why I tried to go work in an agency, but that's what I did for like 3 months. And then I'm like, that's definitely not what I was looking for. And so I came back and I was working on my dad's marketing in the restaurant, and also helping with the restaurant, which, is more akin to this is what I've grown up in. So I'm kind of like, okay, cool. But it also gave me that time because, the restaurant's only really open till 2, and then so we clean up at about 3 when I get home, and so I can work on my music, I can work on my languages, I can just chill for a while, which, cool. But yeah, I mean, and then as for working on something, because I still love business, I still love marketing, as we've discussed. I like nerding out about those sort of things. I'm not always the greatest at implementing it all, because I get overwhelmed. I overwhelm myself, and then it's kind of like, okay, backtrack. But if I can see the overall, because I love the strategy, and I love thinking about those things. If I can buy a business, if I can because there's websites out there that you can literally buy businesses.
Yeah.
So people that'll build e-commerce stores for you, or whatever, and drop shipping. So I don't
work on not getting too mentally involved and stressed and tense.
Well, exactly. But if, of course, it would still be something that I'm sort of interested, so hypothetically, okay, drop shipping cat toys and cat supplies and cool, automatic litter boxes that clean themselves, because those are a thing
That's a cool idea.
that I've always wanted, honestly, because having three cats is a pain in the ass in terms of that sometimes. But like, so stuff like that. But then I wouldn't necessarily also have to be in it. Like, I could check it like an hour a week, and I could hire other people to do the rest of the
I
stuff.
like that. 1 hour a week.
Yeah.
I love that.
So I can actually, like, do that, have some income coming in, and like structure it that way, so I can actually work on the stuff that matters to me. And if that becomes a money thing, cool.
Language. Yeah, that's a great idea, because you don't have to sacrifice being a businesswoman. You'll just leverage what you have, where you can make money. For you, it's passive because you have other people working on it in it. And see, you can just CEO it, where you have like a short CEO date every 3 months with yourself, 4 hours, whatever, 1 hour a week, and you're not stressed, you're not pressed for time, you are a chilled, laid back entrepreneur. And that is you are able to be, if you want, a millionaire. If that's not something you're interested in, you can just make however much you want to. It's up to you.
Yeah, and I can scale as I please. And of course I want to be a millionaire. Let's not kid around here. Like, yeah, that is what I want. But like,
yeah, we're kind of on that level together.
Yeah, we are on that level together. But like, I don't have to sacrifice anything.
Yes.
Exactly. And yeah, I mean, there's a level of work that has to go into it, because it's like, okay, well, yeah, I gotta have money to pay the people to do the things.
Right.
But at the same time, it's not going to be like,
and it's not
I have to do something that I hate.
It's not as expensive as you might think. Like, for example, yesterday, I was like, I don't want to clean my house. So I hired someone to do it. She's my assistant, and it's not even expensive. I paid her $40. I'm going to pay her $40 a couple days from now. No, it wasn't even $40. It was $20. I paid you $40 to set up my thingy.
Yeah.
So I paid $60 to do stuff that would have taken me several hours and stressed me out. It's not even that bad. And then I paid someone $12 only to do that cool animation. That would have probably taken me like an hour, if not more. And I would have been doing those 3 things all day, and then I would have like been kind of burned out for this kind of stuff. But I'm relaxed. I'm cool. I'm fine. And
I love it.
Wasn't even $72 for for a priceless amount of relaxation and chill and feeling taken care of. So that's not even expensive, And for some, I know it might be. That might be expensive, but like, it's worth it, and then eventually will pay for itself, probably quickly.
Yeah, pretty quickly. And then I was thinking about it too, because I'm like, okay, well, other people's money. Because I can get an LLC, for example, and then there are business credit cards like Brex.
Do a loan.
Yeah, so but like Brex, for example, like that card that I sent you that one time, they don't, like, it's no personal guarantee. Like, it's all like on the business, and it's even for startups.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, just get like an LLC, a business bank account, apply for the Brex card.
Couple grand. Go.
Yeah, so like, use that money to buy the store and for any initial like advertising and for VA costs, and yeah.
And there's nothing stopping you from making it really profitable, selling it for a quick 20 grand plus and starting over again.
Yeah, or I can just keep acquiring and using that to like invest in the next thing. And
absolutely. I'm looking at a future tycoon, Lauren. Okay, so we talked about and then we talked about this at the very beginning, but today you have faced your fear of signing up for voice lessons.
Yes. Okay. I don't know why I was so freaked out about it. I think it's just because I've been out of the game for like a while because I so let's put this in perspective just for the people that are gonna be watching this at some point. I've been playing the piano for 20 years. I've been playing since I was 4. I'm 24 now. Um, actually, it'll be 21 years this year in November. Oh god, I feel old saying that.
November is
Anyway,
your birthday? Oh yeah, that's right. I already knew that.
yeah, I feel really weird and old saying that. Okay, but I'm
I
only
just
yeah.
turned 25. Don't
Anyway,
worry about it. I feel young.
no, I'm still young. I'm good.
Yeah.
um. Anyway, so yeah, and I took like I vocally I'm not as trained. Like piano, like I've spent forever getting lessons. Especially like with my mentor Mark. Um. Yeah, so like trained, and then like of course I got carpal tunnel, and so I crapped out a little bit. So music vocally became like one of my main focuses kind of after I hit carpal tunnel and I couldn't play like as well as I used to. And so I had gotten voice lessons, a little bit in high school, but mainly in college, and I got really good. I got so fucking good. Like it's music to me, like when you're singing, and especially I'm a soprano technically, when you hit certain notes and you can just nail it, it feels like you're flying and like there's this like magic quality to it. But lately, because I haven't been singing the last few years, I've noticed as I've been trying to get back into it, I can't hit shit. I've got about an alto range. Like,
Well,
and so,
okay, so I hear you. I hear you.
yeah,
And you probably do have room to improve, like you're saying. But since
yeah,
this is your genius zone, I don't even notice that at all because I'm a shitty singer. And you are
yeah.
way better than me, and you are still YouTube material. You're still amazing. And I don't want you to fall into the trap of practice, 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 train, train, train without putting anything on out there.
Oh,
So
yeah, totally. And
as
I
you,
get
as you
that.
do
And
better, put it out there at the same time.
oh, yeah, totally. And, I'm still going to. Like, there's going to be, I've got a few awesome ideas for videos coming up. But I'm excited about this. Like, and I was kind of nervous at first because, like, I haven't had lessons since college, and like I was at that level and I was kind of like hesitating on it a little bit because I'm like, you know but at the same time internally I'm like, but your technique will be so much better and you'll be able to do so much more. And I had that weird nightmare that I told you about last night with like just messing everything
I
up, and I
thought that
couldn't
was
find sheet
so cute
music.
because your two challenges right now were totally like they were right in there, and I was like, "Girl, you just have anxiety, and the only thing that's gonna get you through that is what?
Action.
Bold
Just
action."
action.
I
Yeah, and so like anyway, I
actually
got up
wrote
this morning and I was thinking about it. Huh?
I actually wrote a blog post like right after that of like literally like the voice messages I was sending you, like I just transcribed it real fast.
That's awesome. I love it. But yeah, just action, because yeah, it was freaking me out. It's like, okay, well, like if you get back into it, like what if you like fuck up? I don't even know what I was scared of anymore, to be honest with you. Like I really don't. Like I'm still like a little like jittery, kind of waiting for the lesson because the lesson's gonna be on Friday. But anyway, so I signed up for like 4 30-minute lessons, which if anybody's interested in any sort of music or composition at all, there's an awesome thing online called Virtue Academy, which you can get super cheap online lessons with people from like freaking Juilliard and Eastman and like some of the top like music conservatories in the world, which is what I signed up for. But so 4 30-minute lessons. So I have 30-minute lessons for the month at least to see how I kind of enjoy it and whatever. So I'm like, yeah, let's
Okay,
see what we get done.
so I would love to keep talking to you for hours, but two things I have in 10 minutes. I want to talk about Wiley, and also I have to pee, which is my usual sign off. Like,
Yeah,
I
this is
have
your
to
usual
pee,
thing.
so let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh, I have to pee. I'll talk to you later, which we're gonna talk to. Like we're
Yeah,
gonna
we
talk
do
about
that
anyway.
I do that
So
all the time.
yeah. So we got plenty of stuff to talk about. But yeah, so
Yeah. So this is my friend and client Lauren. I love her so much.
I love you too.
I love you too. And so I really enjoyed this, and we might just we like went like 10 minutes over, but who gives a poop? not me. And yeah, so next up, Wiley, and I'm not gonna be doing Zoom calls with either Wiley or Jen. So I'm probably gonna keep that short. Just talk about why I'm proud of them, and then hopefully I can build up their confidence, and we'll actually do video calls. So see you later.
See you later.
Bye bye.